Alright, sup fellow citizens, welcome back to the Path of Rage and our weekly dose of Star Citizen gameplay, info, news footage, you name it. A little mix-up of everything. I'm still uncertain as how to do these videos, if it's just going to be straight gameplay like I've done the last few, or news updates. It's really hit or miss with these videos, if you guys like them or don't like them, and which ones work or which ones don't. So bear with me. I was very sick last week and didn't get to do a whole lot of actual gaming. So today's video is going to be a summary with some B-roll in the background going on while I go over the latest PTU patch notes, what's going on with a new ship that has been added to the verse, and basically my overall thoughts on 4.1. So let's get into it. First up, the quickest thing to get through is the new Gollum. It's a ship from Drake that is already flight ready. They just dropped it out on us. You can go and pick it up on the web store right now for a measly $78 Canadian. That's just for the standalone ship. It is a very basic starter mining ship. It is a solo seater. It does not have a gimbaled mining head on it. Instead it is on a track on top of the ship that's fixed. You have to adjust the position of the ship in order to mine. It's a little bit different, but it only holds so much cargo as well. 32 SCU capacity, so it's not huge. It does have detachable bags, or not bags, they're like a containment spot that you can put on your freight elevators and send it down to your storage and sell it from there and whatnot. Overall, it's a nice mining ship. You can see from the background footage, it is a Gollum. It is a mishmash of other parts of ships put together to make the most basic, bare-bones, single-seater mining ship you could find, perfectly within that Drake aesthetic. So if you like it, check it out, or wait a couple of months till the next major patch and it will be available to buy for UEC in-game. You don't have to actually buy store credit, or pardon me, you don't have to use actual real money to purchase this if you don't want to. But it is a new ship that's available. I think this is a good thing. Something in line with the Prospector, a little bit of competition for the Prospector, and something to get the solo starting pilot going with mining. Anyway, let's move on. We also got a new Atlas suit. We currently have the regular first Atlas that they put out, that is a tractor beam equipped freight loading and unloading exosuit. But now we also have the Atlas Geo, which is a mining exosuit. It kind of does the same job as a Rock, the single seat mining vehicle. It doesn't hold as much cargo, as much mining material as the Rock. It's a little bit less, but it's smaller, it fits into tighter spaces, and as you can see from the B-roll footage, it also has jump jets that make this able to fly. I'm not certain yet if they've done it, but there is rumors that they're going to add the jump jets, small ones, not as big as what's on the Geo, but small ones to the regular Titan, to give it a little bit more mobility out on planets, to help it from getting stuck on rocky outcrops and whatnot. But yeah, this is a nice little addition to the overall universe. It makes for a very compact way to mine. Again, this is kind of focused on the single miner, the single person doing basic missions, and you want to go ground mining or whatnot, especially if you want to mine the ground minables in caves. This thing is perfect for that. They've added it. It's already in the the PTU. I think it might already be in live. It's not a bad price point. Again, you can buy it from the store. Don't know what it is offhand, but this is one of those things that I suggest you wait till the next patch. When it comes out in game, it's going to be stupidly cheap, and pretty much everyone will have one of these. This makes me have hope, though, for the weaponized exosuits, the Titan suits. All we need to do is take the mining lasers off this and put guns on it, and yeah, we're good to go. But anyway, this is another new edition that has been recently released and is now available in the current PTU and I think the live build, so check it out. We also have the meat and potatoes for today's update, which is the current patch notes for the Alpha 4.1.1. Now this has now gone to all waves. All backers can now try this out. The focus and the feedback, the testing focus for it is stability and bug fixes, which they've said is going to be the case the whole year especially. The new ship battle missions version 1, so patrol, ambush, and Gilly's advanced combat gauntlet missions. Now we tried to do one of those in the last episode and we saw that it didn't work at the end, but they are working on fixing that. They've also brought back the handyman missions. Again, something I tried to show off on this channel several videos ago when Pyro first came out. They disabled them for a while. Now they're back into 4.1.1. However, I believe they're still only in Pyro. They are supposed to come to Stanton at some point, probably soon. I would hope by the time this patch goes live, but you know, it's CIG. We will never know. They've also added a new Hunt for the Polaris mission. Now, currently, according to the known issues, the Hunt the Polaris mission is only available in the Hurston region of Stanton. And this is a known issue. It's supposed to be available in other places, but the whole idea behind it is that the Polaris has been stolen by the Frontier Fighters, and the Civilian Defense Force have been tasked with the UAE to hunt it through the Stanton system, isolate it, and kill it. This mission is not going to be up all the time, like a lion in mine. It will be offered rarely, it can be shared, and will only have one instance going at a time. This is, once it's complete, a temporary stand-in reward will be given, and then I imagine someone else might get the chance to do it or whatnot. I have not been able to try this out yet. They had a stress test on the weekend, I believe on Saturday, if I'm thinking correctly. Again, I wasn't able to get in on any of that. I was too sick this last week. But they had a stress test specifically for this mission on Saturday, and from what I understand, it went fairly well and they got some really good data about it. So hopefully they'll have this mission solved and at least mostly functional or fully functional by the time 4.1.1 goes live. They also offered the new missions for the UEE training missions, which are they're special low difficulty missions for Fleet Week that feature basic objectives for, you know, ship combat to introduce new players to it. There are 3 missions. They're done in sequence. They're all in the ArcCorp area, and each mission has full voiceover instructions and temporary stand-in rewards once all are complete. Now I'm going to give these a try and see how they go. I can almost, you guys have seen my space combat lack of ability because I've just not focused on that. I've said that before. I will worry more about getting good with the flight systems and the weapon systems of the game when it's more finished, more final product. I used to try and get the flight model down and the weapons systems and damage models and all that down constantly, and the way this development is working, of course, it's always changing, so there's no point. Shout out to those of you who are gods in combat and have all this shit figured out. You got more patience than I do. Some of the known issues for this current 4.1.1 patch, and this is a noticeably small list compared to some of the prior patch notes, but like I first mentioned, the Hunt the Polaris is only available in the Hurston region. It should be everywhere else. The UEE training missions will sometimes not progress past the ping area objective. We have a blocker for the multi-vehicles where quantum travel will no longer align and spool to target destinations. Bed logging in ships can break quantum markers. Hide ship signature objective marker has a chance to not appear in ambush missions. Valkyrie series is missing its mounted door turrets. That just got an update too to make it quite a bit better. There's only a couple of minor issues with that ship that prevent it from being my daily driver. I want to look into that a bit more now that it's been updated. Perhaps for the next episode, I'm going to give it a try. The checking in at a medical kiosk is stuck on checking availability in the new Babbage Brentworth Care Center. And also the shopping kiosks delivery locations when purchasing any item is missing if the player doesn't change the location in the drop down. So you'll buy something and it'll just vanish. And that is it. We're talking 8 critical blockers in the known issues. I won't go through all the bug fixes. It's substantially larger. We have also seen some adjustments to the 890 jump and the Reclaimer flight tuning so that they feel more like larger ships, because, you know, they are. The Polaris size 6 bespoke turret guns have been returned to that normal size. Added actor-based recoil effects when using the Polaris's main turret, and rebalance for military components to make them better suited for combat purposes. So these are some of the things they've added. Also, one thing to note for the current patch, PTU patch, is that all players have been given access to an Ares Ion, an Ares Inferno, the Retaliator, the Clips, the Harbinger, and the Gladiator. So you have a bunch of ships to give a try to right now. I believe, unless they took it away with this current build, everyone in the PTU can also take out and fly their own Polaris. So this patch is shaping up to actually be quite a large patch overall for the game in general. And if anything has been shown these last couple of months, CIG is really working hard at stabilizing this game. I'm having more and more play sessions where I can go longer without even the most minor bugs, or where I'll have everything will work just fine, but I'll have one bug, as opposed to, you know, constant breaking of the game and whatnot. It is definitely getting into a better shape, and 4.1.1 is looking up to be a very, very big patch. Going to bring some big changes and some cool new, it's bringing in some cool new changes, some new missions, new voice lines to go with those missions. Again, this is all looking good. I'm hoping to enjoy it more this week than I was last week. Again, I believe the free fly is either still going on or is about to end. And those of you who haven't tried the game, jump into it. If it still is, give it a go. Just expect some slightly degraded server performance because of how many people do jump into live. And again, free fly is not the PTU, it is in live, so you won't be getting access to some of the stuff I just went over, but it is worth trying out. In any case, that is going to be our update for this week. Short but sweet, but again, I did not have the health to do anything more with Star Citizen this week. So, in the meantime, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you found it at least a little bit informative, and I hope to see you in the PTU. Until next time, I've been Rage8 Games, and I'll catch you in the verse. Bye-bye.